National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jaguars and the Niners, and it's coming up next.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 10 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Foyesade Aluakon made the tackle there from his safety position. The Niners had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Purdy from the gun. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's going to have the Niners first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Purdy bootlegging it. Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. McCaffrey going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Purdy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here are the Jaguars now with a long field ahead. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This will be fielded at the 17. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Purdy now to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Pulled in at the 24. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 22 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Purdy to throw it on first down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Point after try forthcoming. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it as we resume action. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3. McCaffrey running up the middle. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 1 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They go play action here. Purdy. Pass complete to Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches. Really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved because we always focus on the defensive coordinator. But he needs help from other people with their eyes and their expertise, and he needs to listen to them. And sometimes you just can't afford to wait on a drive and say, okay, let's get to the sidelines and start over. You need to find a way in the middle of that drive to start taking away what's hurting you.
Yeah, in-series adjustments, and how do you do that?
Well, what you do is you listen to what everyone else is telling you, what they're seeing, the patterns that are developing, and maybe you just start running extra bodies to take away that particular player.
Now Purdy.
Flushed out right.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So it was 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We begin with 2 franchises who came into the NFL as expansion teams together way back in 1976. Seattle hosting Tampa Bay. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Kenneth Walker, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Derek Carr, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Bryce Young, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back Travis Etienne. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half. Time for us to go back to Levi's Stadium as we'll hand it back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Etienne.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
I know there'd be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Now Lawrence. That is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Touchdown, Jaguars! Brenton Strange, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
He was brought down by Foya Sade and Lewican. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
A gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a give to the big fullback Juszczyk.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Right back to Juszczyk again. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Throwing here, Purdy. Touchdown! George Kittle from a yard out. And the Niners are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Purdy will throw for it.
And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw.
And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Fielded just inside the 20. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners 1st down as he gets this up past the 40.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
A second down throw for Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Rolling to his right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Back to throw. Purdy on the move to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Purdy to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
They'll look to throw, and he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down 28-21, 1:09 to play. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. Back to throw, Lawrence. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Here's a 2nd and 7. Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation, move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock, and an extra point will send us to OT.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts him in striking distance, and let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road, want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Now for the all-critical extra point. He's got it. No problems there. The extra point up and good, and we are headed to overtime. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st down, it's Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and the game-winning NOT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? What? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field, very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution is pretty darn good.
So for the Niners, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.